The same bank, in the very same branch, will treat the exact same person like a nuisance one year and like royalty the next. Nothing about you actually changes. Not your manners, not your face, not your name, not how politely you ask. Only one single number changes. Your balance, and the bank's entire personality quietly flips along with it. Today, I am going to show you precisely how a bank treats you at every level of money, and exactly why, so that you stop ever taking it personally and start using it to your advantage instead. Here is the first thing to understand. A bank is not your friend, and it is not your enemy either. It is a business, and it prices you, with cold precision, by exactly how profitable you happen to be to it. At low balances, you are the product it quietly squeezes. At high balances, you are the customer it actively chases. So let me follow one man, Marcus, as his money grows, and you can watch the switch flip in real time. At the very first level, Marcus is living paycheck to paycheck, keeping just a few $100s in his account at any given time. And to the bank, in cold business terms, he is mostly a cost to be managed. So this is exactly where all the traps quietly live. The monthly maintenance fee just for having the account. The overdraft fee that can hit $35 for being a couple of dollars short. The lowest, saddest interest rate on whatever savings he does manage to keep. At this level, the bank is quietly making its money off Marcus. And here is the genuinely cruel part of it. Those fees hit the very hardest exactly when a person can least possibly afford them. An overdraft charge is, in plain terms, a tax on being low on money. The bank earns the most per single dollar from the customers who have the very least to give. So at this first level, the only winning move is a purely defensive one. A truly free checking account, overdraft protection switched off, and a flat refusal to ever pay a fee you did not absolutely have to. At the second level, Marcus has built up a small cushion, a few $1,000s that finally just sits there. And something quietly shifts. Once he is no longer at constant risk of overdrafting, the fees start getting waived, almost like a reward. The bank stops actively costing him money. But make no mistake about what he is here. He is still just a retail number in a giant system. The rates on his savings are still mediocre, nobody at the branch knows his name, and the bank is still earning from him in a way he cannot even see. And that hidden way is the thing almost nobody stops to understand. The bank takes Marcus's deposit, pays him almost nothing for it, and then lends that very same money back out to other people at a far, far higher rate. That gap between what it pays you and what it charges everyone else is the entire heart of the business. Your savings account earning a pitiful rate while loans cost a fortune is not some glitch. It is the actual machine. So at this level, the smart move is to stop letting the big bank keep that spread and park your savings somewhere that genuinely pays you. And this is the quiet trick the wealthy understand that almost everyone else completely misses. They treat the big bank as a tool for convenience, not as a home for their savings. They keep just enough sitting in it to run their daily life, and they send the real money off to wherever it earns the most. An online bank, a money market, an index fund. The big bank never once gets to keep their spread because they simply refuse to hand it over. Quick, honest note right here. None of this is financial advice. It is just how the banking machine tends to work. Your bank and your situation are entirely your own, so take what is useful. Now, back to Marcus. because the next two levels are where the whole relationship visibly transforms. Then Marcus crosses into six figures, and the tone changes almost overnight. Suddenly, a relationship manager is calling him by his first name. He gets quietly bumped into the preferred tier, the premier tier, whatever they brand it. Fee waivers on everything, noticeably better rates on loans, a dedicated phone line that skips right past the queue. And here is the thing. Marcus did not suddenly get smarter, or kinder, or more deserving. He simply became useful. A six-figure relationship is finally profitable enough that the bank genuinely wants to keep him, and keeping him means, at last, being nice to him. But look very closely at what all those shiny perks are actually for. The dedicated banker, the upgraded tier, the little invitations, every bit of it is carefully designed to get Marcus to move even more of his money there and to buy more products from them. The mortgage, the credit card, the investment account, all under one roof. The niceness is completely real, but it quietly has a job to do, and that job is stickiness. So enjoy every perk, genuinely, but never once confuse it for friendship. And then, at the very top level, the entire relationship flips completely upside down. With 7 figures in the picture, Marcus walks into private banking. And now, for the first time, the bank comes to him. A private banker who knows his whole situation. Concierge service for the small stuff. The best rates in the entire building, offered before he even asks. Invitations, access, the velvet rope quietly pulled aside. He is no longer a customer they tolerate, or even one they court. He has become a client they are genuinely afraid to lose. And people and banks protect whatever they are afraid to lose very, very carefully. So here is the entire game, summed up in a single line. A bank's warmth toward you is nothing more than a thermometer for your balance. It was never, ever about you as a person. And the moment you truly understand that, something freeing happens. You stop quietly trying to be liked by a bank, and you start coldly understanding it instead. You keep your fees pinned at 0. You make that interest spread work for you instead of for them. And you use the perks at every single level without ever mistaking them for loyalty. So the practical move is simply to know which level you are standing on right now and to act accordingly. At the bottom, hunt down and kill every single fee. In the middle, move your idle cash to where it actually earns its keep. And near the top, use your leverage to negotiate your rates, because at that point, they genuinely will. The one customer who understands exactly how a bank makes its money is the only one who never quietly gets used by it. And here is one more move that quietly works at literally every single level, even the very bottom. You can simply ask. Ask for the fee to be refunded. Ask for a better rate. Ask to be moved onto the free account. Banks say yes far more often than people ever expect, because to them, it is almost always cheaper to keep you than to lose you. The customers who never think to ask are the exact ones who quietly pay the most. So the next time a bank is either nickel and diming you over a tiny fee, or suddenly rolling out a red carpet you did not ask for, you will know precisely which number on your statement is really doing the talking. Tell me in the comments, just type the word bank, along with which level you think you are standing on right now. And if you want the next breakdown, the one on where to actually keep your cash so it earns instead of just sleeping, it is waiting for you right now. I read every single one.